Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. Now we're starting to get through winter here, and I'm feeling like spring is around the corner. I'm very excited about it because, it's just been a very long and cold winter. It's warming up here this week. It's been a little rainy, but anyway, I hope you're getting through the winter months where you are. And if you're in a warmer climate, just know that the rest of us are a little bit jealous that you're not freezing like we are, but it is getting warmer. So, anyway, this will be your weekly reading, Sagittarius, for the week of March 8th through the 14th. And we do have a few different moon energies as we move through the week. We've got the waning gibbous. We're coming off that big full moon energy in the eclipse. So the waning gibbous is about self-reflection and rebirth, a good time for us to get rid of bad habits and negative thinking. We then have the last quarter moon, that's the 11th or 12th, depending on where you are. And of course, that's also a time of reflection, but it's also a time when we're kind of, those things that we started during the new moon during this cycle are starting to come to fruition. We're starting to see what's working, what's not working. Maybe you've been successful in those things that you were working on, but maybe you need to do some tweaking for the next cycle that's coming up ahead. So we're evaluating those things. We then also have the waning crescent moon, and waning crescent is, that light's getting smaller and smaller. It's about calm and stable energy, and again about being growth oriented and just reflecting on what it is that we want to make changes for when that new moon comes next week. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Sagittarius. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is that you and your loved ones are safe. And of course, anytime I get that card, it makes me think of natural disasters. So if you are in some sort of natural disaster zone, like if you're in an earthquake earthquake zone, they say to have kind of a go bag. If you're in a very weathery prone, tornadic area, make sure that your weather radio is working or that you have extra supplies, a safe space to go if there's some sort of tornado or something. So, but that card always reminds me of that, of kind of natural disasters. So just keep that in mind, Sagittarius. All right, my fun weekly reminder, now that I'm talking to you about natural disasters, is to get out in nature this week. Hopefully not during a natural disaster, and hopefully there are no weather-related disasters, although I've seen some information about earthquakes, just saying. Anyway, have your go bag ready. Anyway, but my fun weekly reminder is to try to get out in nature. Of course, pick a good day, when the weather's not crazy, and get out there. And that's a good time for self-reflecting, is walking in nature. Even if you can get by water and listen to water, feeding some birds. Just get away from technology and just touch grass, like they say. If you can do that, it's a really good time to, with that self-reflective energy, is to do some of that in nature. So, all right, I will quit babbling here, Sagittarius. Let's get into this reading, March 8th through the 14th. You and your loved ones are safe. Your present energy right now is King of Pentacles. So you're definitely in a place where you're, knowledgeable and feeling knowledgeable about not only your place in the material world when it comes to finances, and like your house is in order, your bank account's in order, everything's good, but also you can kind of, now it's like your stuff's in order, so you have time to look around at your constituents and this, like your family and friends. Is everybody good? Are we good? And you can just kind of sit in that kind of kingly position when it comes to that. And that is your energy right now, is kind of, again, taking care of your business, but also just kind of an overview. I'm like, is everybody good? We good here? Current situation is the Justice card. So some sort of truth may be coming to light. And this is truth, but it's also just things being in balance and order, equilibrium. So that could just be you. You and your loved ones are safe. It could be just nothing is coming your way this week. Things are good and on the material front, and things are very balanced for you, right? At the root of your situation this week is the Devil card. So that's interesting. So maybe not as balanced as you would like to think here. So, what is this devil? He's on our shoulder, and he is the 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 one that's going to put self-doubt into your ear. So when you're feeling this confidence and feeling like I've got everything kind of under control, you've got the devil on your shoulders going, "Really? Do you? Do you? Because did you think about this thing? Is this, have you procrastinated something that's kind of gnawing at you? Are you maybe dealing with some sort of dependency with either you or something around you that's at the root of whatever this is, or some kind of truth coming to light? So, just watch out for this devil. Don't let him have your ear for too long, but he looks like he's going to be in there doing something, and it's probably false, but it's kind of, maybe rocking your confidence, where you're feeling like, again, the King of Pentacles, that I've got things under control, and just that devil is down there, in your ear to kind of rock that confidence. So don't let that happen. If it's something that comes up for you a lot, you need to kind of just manage it so that you know when you're in control, and you don't let that devil come in and kind of just mess with your confidence level. In your recent past, here is the Knight of Cups. So you're moving into this entire week just kind of being very open-hearted, and this is like a card of, you're being very open with your emotions with the people around you, and that's a good way to be. But it also, is that helping to rock your confidence a little bit? Like, are you so open that you maybe even are letting that devil come in, or you let someone else in who's maybe a representative, if that makes sense? So what's on your mind this week is the Three of Swords. So something on your mind that has you a little, maybe a little sad, or maybe some kind of, I know a lot of people call that card like the card of heartbreak, but because it's air energy, I always think of like just a mental, like there's something that comes to light, maybe some truth, and you're just like, oh, almost like you're mad at yourself, like it's that mental, that you didn't see this thing. You didn't see this truth that was right in front of you. And it could have been that the devil was kind of blocking that. Maybe you did have a sense of kind of false self confidence that were kind of blocking you from the truth, or looking at things through rose colored glasses, that really, when the truth was really right there the whole time. So I do think there's some sort of truth that comes to mind. And again, it's not even like it's your heart that's so affected as much as it is your mind that's affected. Like you're just mad at yourself that you didn't know, that you didn't see this truth coming. And that's the way sometimes things just sneak up on us like that. What is just ahead of you this week? 10 of Pentacles. So even though this thing is there and this truth has come to light, and it's kind of, it's in your head, and you're really annoyed at it, just take it for what it is and learn. I mean, that's all we can do. When we get new information, we do better and we learn different. Ahead of you is really thinking about the long-term wealth and security of your family and people around you, and of your entire world. So, that's really, where should your focus be? On kicking yourself for not knowing a thing? No, you just kind of learn it and move along. Again, we all do it. We all go through things where when we learn a thing that it's almost like a false reality that we're living in, and you get a piece of truth and you're like, oh, even though maybe someone had tried to tell you in the past, which that's usually the case too. Someone's like, oh, I don't know if you should believe that. Oh no, it's all fine. We've all done it. We've all been in that situation. So don't kick yourself too hard, and really think about the big picture things of what's ahead for you. And it looks like you do get to that this week. In your advice position here, is feeling a little bit like an outsider here with the Six of Pentacles, and probably because of this truth thing. And don't feel like that, because this is probably the kind of thing, that you would tell a friend and they'd be like, I did the same thing. I had to learn the same lesson. And we're all doing that as humans. We're all kind of learning those same lessons. None of us knows all the things at once. We're all learning those things, and we could all kick ourselves when we do learn a thing. And it's like, oh, I should have known that. Or I can't believe I didn't believe that person that told me that 10 years ago. So it's okay. Don't feel like an outsider, and don't let, I call this card the, comparison is the thief of joy card. Don't compare yourself too much. We're all learning different things for different reasons at a different pace, right? What is beyond your control this week is, there's the Magician saying, well, now you've got this new information. What do you want to do with it? How do you want to move forward? How would you like to apply it? So beyond your control to even think that. And again, we're in the self-reflective time. So of course that's going to pop in. You're kind of reflecting on this, and here comes the magician to just ask you, well, what are we going to do? Here comes the new moon. How would you like to proceed differently? What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid? Is the Two of Wands, which is definitely thinking about your future. Hopefully you're not trying to avoid that. Hopefully you're going to take this information and move into your future in a different manner. You're just going to learn the lesson. Again, but choose your weapon here. Choose your how do you want to move forward? What best heals this? Is it new thoughts, new intellect, learning more? Is it new passion? Is it your emotion, pentacles, whatever that might be? Hold on a second. Well, I felt a sneeze coming in, but I stopped it. I'm gonna grab a drink. So yeah, I hope you're not trying to avoid this. I hope this is your secret desire, is how can I move forward better in the future? In your outcome position here is the Queen of Swords, and maybe that's your answer. It's just better thought, more logical thought with this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is understanding, you know, logic and clarity. So maybe you were just kind of going on a feeling here and it didn't work out again. That's why that's that, like I said, like that mind break, like that you're just so mad at yourself and kicking yourself. So don't do that. Don't do that. Just move forward in a better way in the future. That's all we can all do. The kicking yourself just really does no good. Let's see what's hidden from you this week is your intuition. So is this the case where you didn't trust your intuition? And that is the reason I know I would be kicking myself if, like I said, it's this truth comes to light. And if maybe you just kind of intuitively thought a thing and maybe you didn't listen to your own inner voice, I would be kicking myself too. Just don't let it happen for too long, because what can you do? Again, you and your loved ones are safe. Whatever this is going on for you this week, take this truth, decide how you want to move forward. We got this new moon coming up. You can make those changes at that time and do life a little bit differently based on the new information. I hope that makes sense. So, this could be so many different situations. Of course, tarot is a template and can template over different things just energetically. So, keep that in mind this week. All right, let's see a final message here, Soul Oracle card for Sagittarius, March 8th through 14th. And the card you get is to count your blessings. Okay, you and your loved ones are safe. Count your blessings. You might not have seen this thing coming, but bam, there it is on your doorstep, whatever that might be. Let's see what you need to do here in the way of self-care. Self-care for Sagittarius. Yeah, okay, you want to come on out? Let's go. Your card is called the card of body. Your body deserves your love. So take care of you and your body this week, whatever that might mean. And if you need to, make sure you're getting the rest that you need. You're drinking your water, you're taking your vitamins, eating well, all of those things that, getting really good sleep, all of those things that we all need to do all the time to take care of our body. And if you need to listen to your intuition and you didn't, don't kick yourself too hard. Work on it, right? That's all you can do. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Let me know if any of this related to you, or if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer those for you as well. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe really helps me, and I appreciate that. I thank you in advance for doing that. And also, it'll help you find me next week. Come on back and we'll see where this story goes. So thanks so much, Sagittarius. Good luck with this, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.